So I'm gonna put you on. Okay, thanks, Marco. Good morning, good morning. I'm going to wait for 2 minutes. Good morning, good morning. I'm going to wait until 9 and then I'm going to start. Hi, Adrian, hi. Hi, Ruth. Aloha, Winston. All right, I see today there are a bit less people joining, but doesn't matter. As long as you're here, you're going to be able to benefit. Just want to, I'd like to say that if you want to get notifications of every day of the next streaming, then you can subscribe to this YouTube channel and press on the link or the button where it says to get notifications. And then every day you're going to get notified of the direct new link to the following session. So this will be easier for you to get into these sessions immediately. Hey, Dirk, good to see you here. So here we are. Yesterday we started, and basically the second day is very similar because the idea is we need to cement the practice in a way that you really understand the technique. And the reason that I also talk you through during the session is because the session is short. And if I'm not going to talk you through, then you're not going to understand the technique. And the idea is that you come out of these sessions and you understand the technique. So then when you sit at home, you will use the technique in the right way. So again, we use the technique, and the technique is called Anapanasati, which means observation of your breath as it comes in and as it goes out. And we observe the breath, meaning we become aware of it right here below our nostrils. And the smaller the area, the sharper our mind is going to get. But we observe the breath and we don't visualize it, and we don't use imagination, and we don't use verbalization. So no chatting to yourself, in, out, breath in, breath out. And we don't use, don't count, 1, 2, 1, 2. Just observe the breath without doing anything. The idea is just to be there and observe the breath as it is and not do anything else. And you observe it naturally as it is without trying to change it. So no, it's not a breathing exercise. It's just observation of your natural breath as it goes in and as it goes out, without changing it, without trying to manipulate it, and just accepting the breath. This is right here, right now, and this is my breath right here and right now, and this is my truth in this moment. The reason we use our breath is because We always have the breath from the day that we're born until the day that we die. We always got our breath. And also the breath acts as a bridge between the functions of the body that we don't have control over to the things that we can control, because we can control our breath, we can hold it, and we can try to manipulate it, and we can manipulate a bit, but we cannot live without our breath. So it's part of our autonomous system of our body, but because we can use it consciously, it kind of like gives us an idea and a bridge to understand what happens in our matter, in the rest of our body, in our mind. So observing the breath, it's the idea of observing matter, which is the breath, and the mind, how the mind affects our breath. Because you're going to see when you sit and you start meditating, all these, many times after a while, negativities start coming up, thoughts from the past, discomfort in your body. And the pattern of the mind is to go directly to these thoughts and go directly to the pain and always react. We're always reacting. The mind is always reactive. And when we react to negativity, what happens is that also the breath is changing its pattern. So when you sit and you observing your breath, you're going to start seeing different patterns. And you got to be aware of these patterns, because the constant change is a fact of life. Life is always changing. We're always changing. There's nothing is permanent. And the thing is that we get attached to our situation, we get attached to our things, we get attached to our thoughts, we get attached to feeling good. And when we are attached, every time that there's a change, we suffer a consequence. We suffer because our mind wants to be and stay where it's comfortable, but everything is impermanent, so we can never stay in one situation for long, because everything is changing. Everything is always changing. So when you observe your breath, be aware of this pattern and start experiencing it within yourself. It's your own truth. Now, also your breath is your truth, and your partner's breath is their truth, and your children's breath is their truth, and your parents' breath. The truth of the breath is your truth as it pertains to your structure, to your matter, to your mind. And it gives you a direct understanding of what happens within you. So we're gonna get into practice, and we're gonna practice for about 15, maybe 20 minutes. And at the end, I'll let you know when we're done. And you can either continue or you can post questions and ask and make comments, and so there's going to be enough time at the end for me to answer these questions. Now, if you are not signed into your Google account or to YouTube, you're not going to be able to ask me. You're not going to be able to join the chat. So just so you know that. And if you need help, then you can contact me directly. Okay, great. So let's start. I'm going to try and talk and not talk too much during the session. However, I am going to take you through the session. All right. So bring your focus to this area below your nostrils. Sit in a reasonably comfortable position, better on the floor, better on the cushion. However, if it's difficult on the floor, you can also sit on a chair. But make sure you don't get too comfortable, because when we get too comfortable, there's a tendency that the tendency is to get drowsy, maybe fall asleep. Don't lay on your back. I guarantee that if you lay on your back, you're going to fall asleep. And you don't want to fall asleep, because then you're not going to get the benefit of this session. So close your eyes lightly, keep your back straight, keep your neck straight, and your shoulders relaxed. Also keep the face relaxed. Don't stress your face. And bring your attention to the area below the nostrils and observe your breath as it goes in and as it goes out. As it goes in and as it goes out. Observe it naturally. Don't try to change it. Just accept it. If it's deep, then it's deep. If it's shallow, then it's shallow. If it's fast, then it's fast. If it's slow, then it's slow. If it goes in from one nostril, then it goes in from one nostril. If it goes in from the other nostril, then it goes in from the other nostril. Just accept the moment as it is. The moment right now is manifested in your breath right now. You can also observe in the breath when you inhale, and be aware of the moment when you start to exhale. And then you exhale, you can be aware of the moment when you start to inhale. Just be aware of it. And don't impose on it. Don't bring in any other techniques that you know. Just give this technique a fair trial. Don't mix techniques. Mixing techniques is gonna harm you more than help you, or it's definitely not gonna give you the benefit. So be with your breath, and every time that you feel that your mind is drifting away, just bring your attention back to your breath. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do, and do it with a smile. Don't get frustrated that the mind is losing concentration all the time. That's just accept it as the habit pattern of your mind right now. This is your mind right now, and you need to accept it. So every time that your mind is drifting and you realize that it has drifted, just bring it back to your breath. If you feel that you start to get drowsy and sleepy, it's also a very common thing. Then you can take a couple of deeper intentional breaths, but only a couple, and then go back to observing your breath as it is, naturally, as it comes in and as it comes out. And be aware of the pattern. Be aware of the change, of the constant change. Be aware and understand that change is inevitable in everything that we do. Everything in the universe is changing. Breath is universal. Everybody gets breath. Doesn't matter what color you are. Doesn't matter what religious you have. Doesn't matter where you live. Breath is universal. You can always use your breath to understand the habit patterns of your mind in that moment. And work continuously. Try and stay continuously with your breath. Every time you feel that your mind is drifting, just bring it back to your breath. Just observe your breath. Be objective. No preferences. Don't react to the discomfort. The mind is always subjected to the past experiences and the way that we have reacted in the past. So maintain objectivity with every experience that you have. just meditated for about almost 20 minutes. You can continue meditating on your own, or you can ask me now questions in the live chat box, and I'm going to answer as best as I can. Please share with your friends that we are doing this every day, and share with those that you think that can benefit from it. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, maybe subscribe and click on the button asking for notifications, and then every time you're going to be notified with an email of the next session. Tomorrow is Saturday. I'm very happy to help you cement the practice every day morning, every day evening. So I'm very happy to come online tomorrow. Same time. If you are keen, let me know. If you want a weekend break, we can also do that and start on Monday. From my side, yes, please. All right. Good. I'm happy. So tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, I'm going to be here, and we're going to do another live session. You'll be able to find the link. If you subscribe, you're going to get an email. If not, go back to the same link today, and below will be posted the link of tomorrow's live session. If you want to ask me anything, you can do it now. If you want to send me a message, we can also do that. If you want to call me, I'm happy to chat. Whatever works best for you. Great, Ilan. Thanks for coming. Thanks, guys, for showing up. Yeah, I hope to see you all tomorrow. And please share it with as many friends as you can. It's the right time. There's so much stress and so much agitation out there. It's the right time for practicing control of the mind. So we'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks so much.